What's the deal? What's the deal, people? Hold up, hold up, hold up. I hope all are doing well and you're having a blessed day, afternoon, or evening. Whenever you come across this reading, you already know if you're watching with good heart and good intentions. You are blessed and protected. But if you're watching with any ill will or malintention or evil eye, go blind 144,000 times. Instantly, quickly, swiftly, you will feel the effects of all the hexes, the curses, the spells that you project. And if you are siphoning my energy or anybody else's energy from this reading, you will receive karma, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Because reap what you sow, for Bob so low, long to what you would want to you or your family. Stop being crusty, crabby, raggedy, and Andy ass, miserable business. Go hear yourself. Select it. What are you? Hold on 1 second. I have to wash my hands. So today we're doing a random, quick, collective reading. And then I am available for however I am on here for a $20 quick read. So if you're looking for a quick reading, it's $20. My information is in the description box below. I'm not doing any one-on-one personal readings right now. So don't fill out the form below because I will not be responding back. But if you're looking for a quick little mini reading on the live, I can do that for you. Hold on, where's my spray? So I was gonna do this standing up because I'm tired of sitting down, but let's sit down. I don't know how long this reading is gonna be. So you already know this could be your energy, this could be mine, this could be somebody else's timeline. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't make anything stick or it's gonna make you sick, collective. Excuse me. So let's see what we're gonna tap into. Random ass reading. What cards you gonna pick to get this random ass reading started? To get this information. Who are we exposing today? Yo, collective, before I get started, I'm like amazed right now, honestly. A lot of the stuff that's been coming out of my readings and other readers' readings have been actually manifesting. And it's not a good thing that's manifesting. All the bad shit that we said that was going to happen is happening. I done posted it in my community. Damn, down to voodoo landlord, freaking, a fake prophet. What else? A building fire, a boy body found in the water, motherfucking a kidnapper, girls almost getting kidnapped by her ex-boyfriend. What else? A judge and a lawyer getting arrested. All these shits is coming out. And you know what I'm saying? It may not be our story, but it is a part of the collective and it is coming out. It's coming out. And we all know all these people are probably connected in some way, shape, or form. And then there's a lot of shootings. A lot of shootings. Oh, a building fire. I said that. A lot of shootings. And I'm in New York. There's a lot of things happening in Brooklyn. A lot of things happening in Brooklyn and in the Bronx. I'm in the Bronx. But there's a hell of shit happening in Brooklyn. A lot of a body dismembered. That came out of somebody else's reading. What else? A mayor. 2. A lot of shit. Not in my town, but in other places. Florida, Texas. A lot of shit in Florida, too. A lot of shit is going on in Florida. So, yeah. Collective. Shit is happening. The shit that's coming out in these readings is manifesting, and it's manifesting on the motherfucking news. Not the internet, on the news channels, collective. On the news channels. Shit is going down, collective. Shit is going down. So let's tap into this energy collective. Let's see what this random reading is. And remember, if you're looking for a quick mini read, my payment information is in the description box below. If you're looking for a random reading or you just want to pick up your energy, then I'll just pick up your energy. But if you have a question, then you could ask 3 questions. Because my fee for 3 questions is $22, I think. But it'll be a mini read for $20 flat. And you can ask 3 questions, or you can just do a random energy reading. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's see what the energy is. I'm going to bang this bell to clean, remove all negative energies, entities, and evil eye from my place, from my space, and out of my face, including yours. Angels, ancestors, spirits of the divine white light, light at your opponent, please provide me with some insight. We got allegations and synchronicities. Grave. So a statement saying that someone has done something wrong or illegal, an accusation, indictment, a charge, a complaint, a plea, a claim, impeachment, criminalization, implication, or arraignment. The synchronicities, the coincidental occurrences of an event, especially psychic events, unexpected events before it happens to represent or indicate by a sign. So collective, you were getting, there were unexpected events happening before it happened. So you knew, all right, grave. Serious consideration likely to produce great harm. You got assault in the reverse, and then guardian right behind that, and then divine law, and then released from these savages. And they're mad, they're pressed. These people that have been working together to plan some type of ruse, they had a strategy. Here goes my upstairs neighbor. You got the words allegations, synchronicities, grave, assault, guardian, divine law, released, savage, pressed, dissimulation, ruse, and strategy. And then you got precaution on the top of this deck right here, system. On the behind that, mystery. Persistent in the reverse. So collective. There were some type of allegations going on. Somebody could have said that you did something wrong or illegal. They were making accusations against you, trying to charge you or accuse you, file complaints on you, trying to criminalize you for something that you didn't do. You could have been getting synchronicities. You could have been getting signs on how somebody was trying to cause you some danger. Grave. Serious consideration likely to produce great harm or danger. Heavyweight burial tomb. You were getting synchronicities on how somebody was trying to create some type of danger in your life by lying. Somebody was lying on you, on your character, on something that they did probably, that and said that you did it, but they lied and said that you did something. You were getting signs, or there were signs that were showing that somebody was trying to put you in some type of danger or bring danger or harm your way. You got assault in the reverse. You got guardian, and then you got divine law. Somebody was trying to come in. Somebody could have made allegations and said that you raped, sexually assaulted, violated somebody, molested somebody. Somebody could have said that you attacked somebody. Somebody said you committed a crime to bring some type of danger and harm to you, collective. They lied. They could have lied in court as well. We got arraignment, a plea, impeachment, indictment, criminalization, a charge. Somebody was trying to charge you. Somebody was trying to get you arrested. They were making allegations to try to get you arrested on false allegations. Somebody was trying to make you confirmation with that. Somebody was making false allegations to bring some danger to you and assault, and you were protected. Guardian and divine law. You were protected from this assault, these accusations. You had a guard, a keeper, a lookout, a watcher, a protector. Divine law, God. Guardian, divine law. Good afternoon. Hope all is doing well. And I hope you had a productive morning. So yeah, God, stop this assault on you. They're on the judgment by God. Your guardian, divine law. You're guarded by divine law. You're protected by divine law. That is your protector. That is your watcher. That is your warden. That is your guardian. That is the person. That is the energy that protects you. Or you can have a person that actually physically protects you. Yeah, you have been released. This is coming on the allegations. Hey. You have been released from these allegations. You have been released from these statements against you. You have been relief of deliverance from sorrow, suffering, or trouble. Discharge from obligation or responsibility. Somebody is being fired. You're being released from this sorrow and suffering and trouble somebody was trying to bring into your life. And something is also about to be made available to the public. These allegations that somebody was making something available to the public. A statement saying that someone has done something wrong or illegal, and they made a statement and they made this available to the public. Somebody said this in the public. Somebody said this about you to the public, to a lot of people. They're a bunch of savages. They savage and they're pressed. And their simulation, they're lying. They're hiding under a fake mask, trying to commit this ruse, this strategy. Rules and strategy are the same thing. Somebody trying to plot and plan on how they can get me charged with something that you didn't do. They're trying to figure out a strategy to this little plan of theirs. They're mad. They're not domesticated. They're untamed, uncultivated, rude, malicious, barbarian, heathen, devil beasts. They are evildoers. They do no good. They lack restraint. They're trying to attack you. They treat you brutally. And they could be a puppet. They're a puppet. They're under human control. Somebody's controlling them. And they're under strain and deprived. They're down, depressed. They're upset. They're bothered and annoyed and frustrated. They pissed off and they mad. Because they can't attack you. This is people who hide under false appearance, pretending to be in disguise, fake. They're counterfeit. They wear a mask. They conceal facts and their intentions and their feelings. And they're concealing this ruse and act is to use or fool someone or a group of people. Prank, deception, fooling, trickery, deceit, a fraud. They were lying to people to try to figure out this strategy. A strategy worked out in advance for achieving and some objective to put together or perform one or more vital functions. A plan, a program, a scheme, a project, a master plan, a game plan. Somebody was lying, fooling, deceiving a lot of people so they could help, so they couldn't get them to help them, criminalize you, and get you locked up. But you have foresight, precaution. You have foresight, safeguard, caution, care taken in advance, measures taken beforehand to prevent harm or secure good. You could have did something in the system, in the public eye, and mystery. Yeah, you did something. You could have did something online. You did something in the web, in the internet. Somebody was doing something online, because it says network, web, form of source, a form of social, economic, or political organization, or practice forming of a network, especially for distributing something or serving a common purpose. You were warned about this group of people that were doing something in the web, in the system, released to make public. And they're mad because it's a mystery. It's a closed book, a conundrum, enigma, head scratcher. They mystified, they're puzzled. They were about this private secret. There's something is not a private secret. Something is not a secret. They don't understand something. Something is not understand beyond understanding. There's something they don't understand. The secret, specialized practices or ritual peculiar to an occupation or a body of people. This is a group of people that do some ritualistic shit. Practices or ritual peculiar to an occupation or body of people. These are people who do rituals. They're confused. They're puzzled and they're scratching their head right now because they were really persistent. This is somebody that's persistent. They can no longer be persistent. This is somebody existing for a long time. They were doing something for a long time, over and over again, despite the difficulty. So they kept doing something over and over and over again. Assault. That's why this assault is in the reverse. They were persistent with this assault. They were persistent in this assault, and they were hiding under a false appearance, being very persistent, determined. Confirmation with the siren. Very determined to pull off this fraud, this deception, this delusion. So confirmation with the sirens. Monopoly and initiative. Internal affairs. Somebody was very persistent. Somebody was trying to take something of yours. Somebody's trying to block my throat. Monopoly. Exclusive ownership through legal privilege. Command or supply or concerted action. Exclusive possession or control. A commercial product or service controlled by one person or company. Initiative. Readiness, eager and daring to or difficult activity. Ambitious, action, drive, spirit, aggressiveness, hustle. Somebody was very persistent. I'm telling you, confirmation with these sirens. Somebody was very persistent in trying to get some type of get you charged with something. Lied on your name and get you charged with it so they could take over something that you possess, something that you control. They wanted ownership of something that is legally yours. Exclusive ownership through legal privilege, command or supply or concerted action. Something is, you are the owner of something and somebody was trying to get this from you. And they were taking the initiative to get this done. Very aggressive and eager, the strategy. This is why they under judgment, divine law, for this fucking master plan that they took an initiative on. And they were manipulating and lying and hiding under fake masks to lie to people to help them with this strategy, to take the initiative, to take something all over for you. Take over. They want to take over. Take you over. Internal affairs. Intimidated. Public affair in the reverse. Adversity. The testament in the lie. Testament in the reverse. They don't have no proof. They don't have no proof. They're not protected. Shield in the reverse. Somebody took the initiative. And now internal affairs is in it. You got law enforcement agency investigating incident, plausible suspicion of law breaking and professional misconduct attributed to officers on the force. This could be somebody that's a person of authority. And now they intimidated, or they were trying to make you intimidated, me intimidated, made timid or fearful as by threats, frightened into submission or compliance, affected by intimidation, affected, held back by feeling or fear. Somebody was trying to make you fearful, intimidate you. By doing something in the public, but it's in the reverse. Public affairs in the reverse, adversity. Somebody was trying to cause some type of event, campaign, a practice of managing or disseminating information from individuals or an organization in order to influence the public's perception. So somebody was trying to influence the public perception about you, trying to accuse you of a crime that you didn't commit, of this adversity, and they were committing adversity with you. A series of continued difficulties to cause of an unhappy change or fortune, or to ensure the state of distress, attribute instead of bad luck, misadventure, mischance, misfortune, mishap, tragedy, opposition, hostility. They wanted people to be hostile with you. They were very persistent in causing adversity, and they wanted people to look at you like if you were a bad person, like if you did something bad. And then they were creating situations and scenarios for you to make it look like you were a bad person. Yeah, they were lying. There's no proof. Confirmation, sirens. There's no proof of what they saying. Testament. Something presented in support of truth or accuracy of claim. There's no proof of their accuracy of their claim. Because they're lying. A statement saying exclusive ownership. Somebody could be saying that this is falling under monopoly. Somebody's saying that you did something, but they're not protected. Shield in the reverse. These people are not protected. They took the initiative to do something. They were ready and eager and daring to do something that was difficult. And now they're not protected. They're not covered. They have no defense. They have no wall or word up. Yeah, protocol violation. An expected way of conducting oneself in a given situation. A pre-established method of carrying out a task, especially in a scientific or medical task. Procedure, technique, policy, proposal, tactic, scheme, formula, violation. They were scheming on how to violate you. Breach, crime, debt, error, law breaking, misdeed, misdoing, offense, sin, transgression, trespass, wrong. Yeah. They were trying to find a way of how they could violate you, and they're mad. We got temperamental. They're pissed off. They're moody because their maneuver in the reverse. They can't do this. They're unable to do this. Conspiracy. This is a group that's involved in secret criminal activities. Conspiracy. Members of a conspiracy that recognize each other by a secret handshake. A relevance, mafia, a gang, syndicate, a network. We got freaking, where is that? System, network right here, web. They were doing something online. A gang of people, a mob, a cabal, a crew, a coven. A clan, a group of people were doing something. They made a pact. to do something, to try to place false allegations on you, and so you can look like you were the bad guy, so that you could get arrested. And they wanted to take off over something that you had. Somebody's in my energy that stutters, and I've been trying to like dismiss it, but my attacker, my enemy, my troll is watching me. Whether they online or they in my vicinity, there's somebody that stutters. Anyway, they just left and they came back. This is somebody that's depleted. They're damned. They just damned themselves. They damned themselves, collective. DAM. They depleted, anorexic, and malnourished. After all these damn allegations they were filing against you. Yeah, these people are ungodly. They're a bunch of savages. You being released from these ungodly people. Yeah, they're ungodly and they're a bunch of weirdos. You're being protected from these weirdos. Yeah, they being haunted. You're being released and they're being haunted. They were trying to haunt you. Yeah, saddle up is about to be bumpy. They need to saddle up. It's about to be a bumpy ride for these people. They're mad. They're pressed. They lost all their power. I told you somebody's getting fired. This weirdo lost all their power. They depleted, malnourished, and anorexic. They're getting haunted, ungodly people. Every time they do a spell or ritual, it rains. Moon cycle cleanse. It did rain yesterday. And the day before yesterday was a new moon. This is somebody that wanted to come up. But they're getting banished away. This weirdo lost all their power and they're getting banished. This is a dysfunctional family that's also involved. That's doing moon work. They very manipulative. See, they were lying to people. It says secret love affair is getting exposed. So there's some type of secret love affair. Somebody has a secret love affair. Something has been long overdue. Yeah, that money that they thought they were getting, they're not getting a dime. So whatever money that they thought they were getting, they're not getting. Someone is trying to set the record straight now. Let me go over here. Someone is trying to set the record straight now. Because they're going through something. Yeah, they're getting beat up by their own energy. That's why they're trying to set the record straight. Because they're getting beat up by their own energy. Somebody is really trying to astral project themselves in my energy. Yeah, ancestors in here. They're not, and they're getting, they can't think straight. Somebody's trying to set the record straight because they're getting haunted by their ancestors. Yeah, the watchtower. They being watched by the ancestors, the watchtower. They're getting beat up by their own energy. Ancestors are sending that shit right back. Yeah, divine. Look what I said. Ancestors are sending that shit right back. Divine magic is in the house. I'm getting hungry. Yeah, they're about to meet their divine. They're about to meet their demise. Look, something is long overdue. That magic that they thought they were getting, they're not getting a dime, and it's the end of the road. The end of the road. For them scheming is the end of the road for them to scheme. End of the road of them scheming. Somebody's trying to set the record straight about them scheming. What you gonna set the record straight about? This graveyard magic, they were doing graveyard magic. This is why it's the end of the road. This saddle up is about to get bumpy because they were doing graveyard magic on you, collective. They were trying to put you to an end. But it's over. Confirmation with the sirens. I'm so done. A light siren. I don't know if you're going to hear it because I be talking. But it came right after I said that. It's still going. There it goes again. Collective, this is definitely not going to be a long reading. It's already ended. This reading is already over. It's over. I don't need to pull no more. Something has been long overdue, collective. And whatever money that these people thought they were getting, they're not getting anything. It's the end of the road for these people. For their scheming, their graveyard magic. It's over. They're about to meet their demise. Divine magic in the house. Divine law. They're under judgment. Ancestors, divine law, the watchtower, and guardian. Somebody's doing something, or that could be my stomach and I'm hungry. These people are depleted, collective. They don't got no more oomph to give. They lost all their power and they're being banished. For this strategy, trying to have some type of hostile takeover over your product, over your services, over your life, over your energy. It's done. It's over. They lost. They lose. They keep losing. And they're going to keep losing. Every time they try. Somebody's sending me spell work. This is not me hungry. Oh, somebody's mad. You mad? I rebuke. I remove. Return to sender. Return to sender. Return to the motherfucking sender. You go back where the fuck you came from. Because your energy is not welcome here, bitch. Now, whoever just sent me that, you about to be sick, bitch. That's why 2 of y'all bitches just left, ho. 2 of them were sending me spell work. 2 of them left. I ain't belching no more. No more belching. Somebody's doing womb magic. They're attacking my solar and my sacral. Another one just left. There's 3 more watching. Another one just left. There's 2 more still watching that's sending me spell work. I have 5 supporters, actual supporters in here because they like my video. The rest of the people that are in here, you're trolls and you're trolling. You're sending me spell work because if you don't like my video, I know you a troll. So your scheming and your planning on the web is over. It's the end of the road for you. You're getting banished. You lost all your power and you ain't getting that shit back. And there's no way you're going to sit there and plan your lies. You can't run your lies no more. You don't have no proof that nobody's doing anything. You don't got no proof about no crime being committed. You're the criminal. The fucking sirens as soon as I said that. You're the criminal. You're going to get arrested. It's an emergency for you. Because it's over. This graveyard magic. End of the road. Whatever money you thought you were getting, you ain't getting shit, bitch. You getting lumps of coal. And if that, because the lumps of coal could keep you warm. You're not even going to get a lump of coal so that you can burn to keep your ass warm neither. You ain't getting shit. You want to scheme and plan? That's why you're getting beat up by your own energy, you weirdo. You're an ungodly weirdo. Literally. The first 3 cards. A depleted, anorexic, malnourished, ungodly weirdo. It's over for this depleted, anorexic, malnourished, ungodly weirdo. They're damned. D-A-M. They just damn themselves. Damn. Collective. They damn. And they're going through a demise and being banished. And being haunted. They being haunted, going through the demise, and they being banished. And they're getting beat up by their own energy. So you know all that backfire shit. They cannot handle what they threw out. If you're going to throw it, you better have the balls and the power to be able to handle that shit back when it goes back. Because don't be out here thinking you big and bad, sending all that shit to everybody. And because you working in groups, you big and bad. Bitch, I'm bigger and badder than you because I've been attacked by a bunch of people and I'm by myself, physically by myself. Defending myself. Ain't nobody helping me defend myself. Ain't nobody supporting me in what I'm doing. The only person that I do have in my life thinks that I shouldn't be fucking exposing these people. They think I should be fucking quiet. Calling me a child because I yell and expose these people. Like I'm supposed to be quiet. No, collective, you're not supposed to be quiet. You're not supposed to stay shut when there's people abusing you and using you. Trying to commit you of a crime that you did not commit. And because they think that they work in groups of people, that is gonna fucking work. You can't plot and plan and scheme and set everybody up. Sorry. Everybody's not naive and stupid. Or scared. Motherfuckers are trying to get me to get off the internet. They was trying to pop out a lot of videos. A lot of videos were being popped up on my internet and my timeline with people who's jumping off the internet because they being threatened for exposing the truth. Go ahead and try to threaten me. I bet you I'll fucking still get on here and still speak my truth. I keep telling you, I'm not afraid of no popo, no judge, no fucking president, nobody. You know who I'm afraid of? God. God. I'm not afraid of no person, not even a fucking neighbor. Y'all motherfuckers thought that you're going to sit there and intimidate people, put fear in people. Everybody don't walk in fear like you people do. You people who attack people like me are people who walk in fear. They want to walk in the street like you big and fucking bad. But you not. You pussy. Because you're willing to hurt and harm another individual. For money. That's why it's over for these people. They're not getting a dime. Ain't nothing good gonna happen. Nothing coming their way. Everything in their life will be destroyed. Collective. You really need to understand that. Even if you're like me and you're still going through the attacks, physically or spiritually, me at this point is spiritually. Because ain't nobody fucking with me physically. They already tried that. And they see that I'm unfazed and unbothered. So all they can do is a spiritual attack behind closed doors. And do things behind closed doors. Do lies behind closed doors. They won't do it in my face anymore. That's why the motherfuckers is being quiet now about this shit. Because before they were being real loud. But it's too late now. You were too loud in the beginning. You were cocky. So it's too late. You were boastful and cocky. Because you got away with it the first time. You kept getting away with it. Every person that you attacked, every person that you destroyed, never got karma. But you're getting karma with certain people. And I'm one of them certain people that you attacked, along with a bunch of many others. Few, but many. That because you came for us, now your whole world is turning upside down. And you really think that you have the power to still continue to do what you're doing and get away with it. But you're already exposed. And if you're not exposed by readings like this, somebody snitched on your ass. Somebody has already told your plan. They singing like a canary. Tweet, 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 tweet. Tweety bird. So you still doing what you're doing, but at the end of the day, you're making it worse. Because the more you do, if you end up in jail, you're just adding more time to your sentence. That's what you're doing. And if your fate ends up in death, you're going to make your death very painful and you're going to make it come faster. Because you don't want to stop. You're trying to take over somebody's business and you have business, you're about to lose your foundation. Everything you worked for. You wanted somebody desolate, broke, disgusted, you're depleted. You're already damned. You're already DAM. You're already damn. You're depleted, anorexic, and malnourished. You're not even taking care of yourself. You're not taking care of your health. You're not even eating properly. You're not hydrating properly. You probably look cracked out because it says depleted, anorexic, and malnourished. You look unhealthy. And probably everybody could see that you are unhealthy. This is something that can be seen. That you looking sick. I just heard hermit mode. Whoever this person is in hermit mode because they know they look sick. They don't go outside too much, but they have to. I just heard Uber Eats. They order a lot of Uber Eats and they do a lot of Instacart to avoid going outside because they know they look sick. I just heard they be trying to change their appearance when they go outside so nobody recognizes them. Big clothes. Wearing big clothes. Layers. Layered. They layer their clothes to make them look like they not skinny. I heard layers. Collective, I'm done. Yeah, I heard layers. Something with layers. Something that they do layers. They layer something. They hide themselves when they go outside. If they have to go outside. Shades, hoodie, big clothes. baggy clothes, wigs, if it's a female. Trying to change their appearance so nobody recognizes them. They don't want to be recognized. Because then they're going to get asked questions about their health. Somebody don't want to answer questions about their health because they know they look sick. But they're going to be unable to avoid somebody. This person is going to get a visit. Somebody's going to visit their house. Oh, I just heard, or this is the scenario that I got in my head real quick. If this person keeps ignoring people, don't answer phones, don't respond, don't show their face, there's going to be a wellness check, right? It's going to be a wellness check. This wellness check is not, this person, I heard police. Somebody's sending the police to this person's house to do a wellness check. Confirmation with the sirens. So they won't be able to avoid hiding anymore. So I guess I was right. I guess I was right with what I was getting with the sirens coming. Police. Somebody's going to send the police to this person's house that's in hermit mode, that's trying to avoid people for a wellness check. And it's not going to end right. I see this person getting hostile. Yeah, I see this person getting hostile. Like the image in my head that I'm getting is like, is somebody's like being held and they're yelling like, get off me, get off of me, get the fuck off me. That's what I hear. Get off me. When the police go into this person's house, ooh, I see hoarders. I see like, you ever seen the TV show with the hoarders? And they got a mess. They got the people who don't clean their house. There's big mess in their house. That's what I just seen. When the police open the door, it looked dirty. Dark and dirty in the house. No shades open, no sun in the house or apartment, whatever it is, wherever they at. It's dark and dirty. This person is, like I said, it's not going to end right. This person is going to be taken to a crazy place, the crazy house. All because the police knocked on the door to check on her. She's gonna go crazy. I said she. So it's gonna be a female. And my stomach just made a noise. This could be a feminine energy. There's about to be a feminine energy that's about to get a wellness check from the police, and it's not going to end well. She's going to get her ass caught up, and she's going to be placed in a nut house. And it don't even matter if they watch my video, because it's still going to happen. Because they're hiding. Oh, I'm not saying that. But anyway. This person is in a mental torment and anguish. That's why I felt like I felt earlier. Somebody's crying. An abuser. Look at that. This abuser is in mental anguish and torment right now. They're in their feelings. And it's a female. You know what's crazy? This might be my energy because I had a vision a long time ago about somebody being depleted, anorexic, and malnourished. They were petrified. They weren't even alive anymore. They were sitting in the corner of a room, looked like they were scared and petrified. This person was not alive. This person was sitting in a corner, petrified, body hard. And it was a woman. Maybe the download that I got that I said that was my upstairs neighbor, maybe it's not my upstairs neighbor. Maybe it's this lady, this female, that's going to be found home, in her home, unalived. There's definitely going to be somebody that's a part of this abuser. Whoever your abuser is, whether they're masculine or feminine energy, it could be my abuser or your abuser, but I did get a download. There will be somebody that will be found in their home, unalived. Somewhere in their home, not laying down, not in a normal position. They're going to be found like if they were petrified. And petrified meaning two ways. Scared to death. Someone is going to pass away from being haunted. Somebody's going to be scared to death. Literally. Somebody's being haunted in their home. Somebody's being haunted in their home. And they're scared to death. It's going to cause them an ending in their home. This is why somebody's selling a wellness check, the popo. I just heard an aunt. An aunt, somebody's aunt is going to send popo wellness check to this abuser. This abuser has been avoiding this aunt energy. No text, no call. A user. They're a user. They could be doing drugs. They're abuser. User. Abuser. They abuse and they're a user. They abuse drugs. They're a user of drugs. They're an abuser and a user. My belching and then the sirens. Confirmation, baby. This person is in the house alone, in the dark, being haunted, doing drugs. And they're sick. They sick because they out here doing graveyard magic. That's what came out. That's why they being haunted. They're ungodly. This abuser is depleted, malnourished. They're ungodly. They're a weirdo, manipulative. They're part of a dysfunctional family. Their dysfunctional family is trying to do a wellness check. They scheming and they were doing graveyard magic. This is why they depleted and malnourished. Because they're getting beat up by their own energy and it's over for them. They lost all their power. They're getting banished. They're going through a demise. They're getting haunted. I'm calm. So basically what I'm feeling and what I'm saying is confirmation. Somebody's going through a demise at home. Every time they do a spell where it rains, it's a bumpy ride for them because somebody wanted to be the one and the road. Somebody's at home being haunted, going through a demise because of the graveyard magic they were doing because they wanted to be the one. And if this person is not in hermit mode, they're about to be in hermit mode. They're about to be banished away. This abuser. Collective, peace out. Because I'm getting dizzy now from channeling. Let me. Yeah, I'm out of here. Can't channel no more. These are rare moments because this don't normally happen. This don't normally happen for me. Channeling certain things that I'm picking up. I normally just do the card things, but this is what I'm getting. Yeah. So collective peace out. I'm about to go put something in my stomach. I need to go make something to eat because I'm hungry. And I'll see y'all later with another reading. There's definitely an energy in my energy. And if it's not an energy in my energy, I got some type of I feel the protection that's protecting me right now. At this moment. Somebody's sending me something and I feel the protection around me. It's a good thing. Peace out, collective. Stay prayed up. Stay productive. Peace out.